What up, witches and bitches? Dude, I have a song in my head right off the bat, and it's the Come Up from Logic. Oh my God. I'ma tell your ass to fall back. It's the Come Up. Hey. It came a long way. It's the Come Up. Been a long time coming. It's the Come Up. All right, bitch. So I'm already feeling guided to this deck. This was gifted to me. If you guys did not see the last tarot reading for the homies, then you need to go check it out. I'll link it somewhere around here. Hopefully I remember. If I don't, remind me. I'll link it in the comments. It's probably the easiest way. But in the last reading that I did for the homies, aka you, there was mention of like a particular person that you know, would be significant to you. And there was for me. And there was a particular person, and they fucking gifted me this deck. They gifted me 3 decks. And one of which I'm super excited to get into later. It's the Spirit Animal Oracle deck that I have a whole story about, which I won't get into. But anyways, all of that to say that the energy is moving in such a beautiful forward momentum way. Spirit really just told me, get to your fucking desk and pull the cards. So here we are. What's the energy we're tapping into with this come up? Mirror, love it. Who or what is triggering you? So what's coming to mind is there was a time in my life where, you know, the energy around reflections and mirrors and all of us being reflections and mirrors of one another, that was like such a prominent message for me. And I just out loud was like, Spirit, I want to be surrounded by all the beautiful reflections. And then since then, it's seriously been such a constant mirroring of beautiful energy. And so what is triggering you that is keeping you from those beautiful visions of yourself or of others? Last reading, again, there was so much coming up around you needing to like slow-mo. How it's coming through is you were the child in the back of the car, just sitting, and you know, whoever is driving, and then all of a sudden it's slow motion and you're looking out the window and you can see, you know, the haters or the problem or whatever it is. Like, you're able to slow-mo see those things. And I think that this is what we're tapping into, is you got to sit and see those things, and you're still in this place of accepting seeing those ugly things or those uncomfortable things coming out of eclipse season. There's this energy of like, yeah, it's the come up from it. How can you mother yourself? Star mother. Now this energy of the come up. We looked at our wounds, we saw the boo-boos, and now how must we kiss them? How do they want to be loved on? Who are we exactly, you know? And I think like that is how we love on ourselves right now, is simply just saying, all right, Spirit, what's out there for me right now? What am I into? Who am I? Who am I? Without the limitations of like, when we were keeping ourselves busy and we were keeping ourselves distracted and being in our heads and looping around all the discomfort that we've been experiencing. When we move on from that, there's also this invitation to start recognizing parts of yourself that are still associated with that wounded version of you, which means like, if you were experiencing people in your life talking shit on you and feeling like you can't trust the people around you, now you are being called to, when you are in spaces by yourself or spaces around others, recognize where you can blossom a little bit more, where you can really open yourself up a little bit more. Old you was mindful of how you might offend or affect or piss off somebody else in the room. And when you're no longer giving energy to that part of yourself, now you can start testing the waters and loving yourself a little bit louder by showing up in those rooms of people and being more authentically yourself. Or if there was a relationship that might be blossoming for you, old you would have shown up in that relationship tiptoeing or spiraling and wanting to dig into their phone or do some stupid shit. But you now are showing this new depth of love and empathy and compassion to yourself because you did that like slow-mo drive-by and saw all those icky parts, that you're like, hold up. I am safe to receive love platonically, romantically. I am safe to try new things. I love myself. That mothering energy of like, okay, scared inner child that doesn't really know how to show up in this place. We're here. I am here. I have you. We're good. You are so loved. Your creator did not put you on this planet to suffer. They put you here to thrive and to live and to experience and to remember who you are. So see yourself through those eyes rather than the fear of the past, of the triggers, because girl, you're not running away from that anymore. You looked them fools straight in the eye and you said, deuces, not no more. Not playing that game. Wisdom. Wisdom is upon us is basically how I'm hearing this. Wisdom is upon us. Wow, that was a lot. Damn. Damn. There's a part of you that doesn't quite know how to proceed. I'm not saying this is a huge part of you, but you know, it feels like remnants of an aspect of you that's like, no, it can't be that easy to just move on and create my own life, right? Can it be that easy? Because this right here, 9 of Wands in reverse and the King of Swords in reverse, is like, you went through hell thinking there was no exit. And then you see a fucking exit. And you're like creeping out of it, like tiptoeing out of it. And this King of Pentacles is like, bitch, get some moving. Get some moving. Your money's right. It's springtime. Is good, it's blossoming, it's blooming, and so are you. You can take inspired action in the 3D world. Opportunities are opening up for you, not just internally and mentally and spiritually, but actually tangibly in the 3D world. For some of you, you might have like a masculine earth sign come into your life, but ultimately this is just giving the vibe of you truly can trust that you can keep it pushing and make some really dope ass moves in your life, whether that's building your business, feeling more secure in, like, pentacles are your earth energy, tangible things. It's your money, your health, your food, your resources. It also represents the earth zodiacs. And so like, get into it, get into it. Yo, there's also 5 of Swords in reverse too, explaining to me that yes, there is still that aspect again of this like, is it too good to be true? Don't overthink it, da-da-da. But girl, like, let yourself move beyond this. The 5 is that midpoint. It's chaotic and it's chaos and doesn't feel good and all of that. Your swords are your thoughts. But when you're at that 5, you're at that midpoint where you're like, I'm not going back. We're going into new territory here. And the 9 is the next step into 10, which is completion. So again, this is like, you are right there, baby. You are right there. Don't get caught up in this King of Swords in reverse nonsense, which is saying it's too good to be true. You can't trust this person. You can't trust yourself. Something's amiss. Stop looking for all the ways things can go wrong and start really focusing in on all of the beautiful aspects. This isn't to say, oh, you're so used to the bullshit that you don't know how to switch out of it. Yeah, that does play a part. But when you've been like slow-mo watching yourself experience this sadness or this transformation and you're just like, damn, when's it gonna happen? When is this finally gonna when am I finally going to get a break? When am I finally going to breathe? And now you're in this place where you're starting to see the light and there's oxygen and everything. They're like, okay, so since that took forever and you got to slow-mo sit through it, there's a lot of those possibly unresolved thoughts that are still there. Do not give too much weight to those thoughts though, because again, Spirit's being very clear with you are about to take action, full-blown action. Kiss that slow-mo drive-by goodbye, and now we can put our foot on the accelerator, okay? Now we can go. Now we can go. Bro. So the visual that I'm getting is being in the cocoon and we're getting out of the cocoon. And again, like it's exhausting. It's exhausting. But in that struggle, that's also what develops the strength in the butterfly's wings to allow them to actually fly. And so this is that energy of like the struggle that we're still in. We're still in the cocoon. We're still like getting out of it. But we see the light and we're developing more strength into a place where we can actually feel celebratory. So essentially what this is saying is how to apply it to our current experience as humans. Hang out with the homies. Truly, truly, you've been in the trenches and going through some shit, and the ones that have been in the trenches with you, that when it feels like it's just raining down bullets and you look to your right and you look to your left and those people are with you, in it with you, those are the ones that you're going to want to be spending time with right now, because they're going to allow that inspiration to grow for you as well, so that when you do fly, you can make it with longevity. Okay, now my attention's being drawn to this deck right here, which was another, well, I was going to say borrowed deck, but no, gifted deck. Aww. All right, Spirit, what are we getting into here? There's an element of pick and choose too. So for some of us, we may be feeling overwhelmed by everything that's going on for us. But again, this is like, bitch, this is a long time coming. It's the come up. So this is all that good karma coming your way. And if it feels overwhelming and too good to be true and you're scared of all of these things, then girl, you gotta honor how powerful you are, and you gotta be with yourself, and you gotta sit and know, like, basically you're in that driver's seat, your mama, you're driving the car, and you hear baby freaking out because she's driving past all of her scary demons and she's seeing things that make her uncomfy and she's scared of where you're going, and you're like, little does she know, we're fucking going to Disneyland, or we're going to Hawaii, you know, wherever the fuck, not that you could drive to Hawaii, but you know what I'm saying. So it's that opportunity for you to slow down and turn around and speak to yourself and just be like, hey, look at all the cool people that are coming with us. And yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, so basically don't freak out, because there's a lot of really good things that your higher self is aligning you with, and you've been working really hard to align yourself with your higher self, and bitch, like, you're arriving. So spend time with the people that are in alignment with that as well. I don't need to over-explain myself. If you get it, then you get it. But I will say that this message is coming through in such a way that I'm just trying to keep up. There's a lot coming through here. Like, I didn't even ground before this because it was just like, boom, came in. Okay. The divine director. Exactly. We're being puppeteered by our spirit guides at this moment. Maybe not exactly, but they're lovingly directing us. Intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. There's an aspect of you that is not in control. You are in the back seat and you are tripping the fuck out. But again, baby, Spirit is driving you to a place that you've been dreaming of. It is up to you to breathe and ground and spend time with people who can confirm that trajectory to you, who can mirror that back to you, the good reflections, the beautiful reflections. Soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. Yes, exactly. So you know that we are all connected. Therefore, there are those reflections of old us that we now need to shed and let go and leave in the past and give a little bye to. And yes, that means sometimes that somebody maybe you don't want to think about comes up in your mind, or, you know, because again, this is parts of you that are being reflected back and being like, hey girl, we're on our way out. Can you like give us the boot already? Lovingly or aggressively or whatever needs to come up with it. Let it come up and out. You are expanding. Your capacity to receive is also expanding as well. That's a big thing I'm hearing right now. My goodness. Woo! And there's that Two of Cups. Holy hell. There are good people around you, and it's giving you the option and the opportunity to have discernment. The Queen of Swords upright is like, been there, done that, got the fucking t-shirt. If it doesn't align, kick rocks. So again, it's like now that you're in that place where you are in alignment with your higher self, where you are seeing support from others, where you have opportunities that are aligning, contracts that you're signing that feel aligned, you are now in a place to practice discernment clearly, to say, hey, opportunities are magnetizing to me. The Queen is receptive. She's a magnet. So she's receiving all of these things, and then she practices her discernment to say, nope, I don't want to give energy to that thought or that path or that person or that investment. I'm not investing anymore into that because I feel supported by my higher self and by my people or my person. I'm not giving energy to that anymore. Wow. Wow. Bro, and you don't give no fucks. Well, I mean, there is a part of you that feels a little bit like an ego wound happening here. No, this isn't your ego wound. Oh my God, I'm picking up on somebody else's energy. The Hermit in reverse, Six of Wands in reverse, and the Three of Pentacles. Somebody is recognizing the loss. They're like, damn it. And that's on me, that I can't work with this person anymore. They're not on my team anymore. They're not in my circle anymore. I don't have access to them anymore. Damn, somebody's carrying an L, babes. Tis what it is, man. That's the lesson needed to learn. But I'm good. Yeah, it was meant to happen. It was meant to happen. It was like, in order to bring balance, the mask had to be ripped off. We can't play nice anymore. I can't pretend that I'm happy. It needs to be rebuilt in order to create balance. Yeah. Wow. Wow. When I said wisdom entered the chat, I fucking meant it. Like, you are truly recognizing your worth. You're like, no, I don't want to drive back there anymore. I saw what that looked like. I saw the nitty gritty of what it looked like, what it felt like to feel all those feelings. And now that I'm in a place where I don't have to feel those feelings anymore, bitch, I can fully recognize the burden that is and how unworthy of a burden that is. I'm going to invest my energy into things that are replenishing. Damn. Damn. I think you're getting like enough distance to finally recognize, you know how they say hindsight is 20/20? That's what's happening here. This come up is so resonant. And what I mean by resonant is like, it's that ripple effect. Like this opportunity, this person, this mindset shift that you've experienced. It's like it was the pebble or the rock that dropped into the water and then rippled out into so much in your life, in your spirit, in your experience. And in doing so, now that you're gaining distance from that, you're finally seeing like, oh shit, I kept myself trapped. Yeah. And now I don't need to defend. I don't need to defend. I'm not gonna lie, I do see still a little bit, there's still a little bit of second guessing and self-doubt that exists as you're having this come up. Let's get into some work around how we can best support ourselves through this, how we can really regulate our nervous system through this. Now that like our divine wisdom and our higher self has stepped in and we truly know that the direction that we are going is so much more aligned and it feels like all the good karma headed our way, there's still that human aspect of ourselves. And there's also, how I'm feeling it is like external factors, like people in our lives that are still in that lower vibrational doubt and fear and anger and those kinds of things. How can we best regulate and support ourselves through this? Yeah. This is the other deck that was gifted to me, and this is the one that, like, I'm so, oh my God. This is my baby, essentially. She found her way back to me. Animal spirit. Side note, by the way. She found her way back to me. And this is part of that good karma. All those little things, oh my God. That was what was coming up in the last homie reading too. And it's 2424 on the camera. Okay. I gifted my spirit animal deck to my bestie who lives like 7 hours away from here. And for the last like 6 months or so, I've been like, man, I really want that deck. I want it back. Or I want it back in my life, you know? And then boom, here she is. So the little things, my love, the little things. So this is just confirmation that the good karma and the blessings, little and big, are headed your way, if not already showing themselves in your life. And so it's okay to exit that door, to, you know, go into these unknown places, because you're going into a place where you can trust yourself. And it's beautiful timing because Spirit is delivering all your good karma. It's just with that new beginning comes the end. And you know that. So, all right, I'm talking in circles. Let's get, how can we regulate our nervous system here? Make your dreams real, Spider Spirit, and think on your feet. Yeah, this to me just says do the thing. Do the thing. It's okay. Do the thing. It's okay. This is giving, oh yeah, this is giving exposure therapy for some of you who have a really hard time expressing yourself, singing, going to karaoke. Three of Cups peeking itself out right now too. Damn. Yeah, there's a sisterhood out there that exists. This part of the reading might only resonate with some of you, but if you've been feeling that sisterhood wound, if you have mommy wounds or just friendship wounds and that kind of shit, like raise your hand if you've ever felt personally victimized by another woman. Fuck, like hello? Hello? But that wound is being healed right now for so many of us, and so that's also why there's this deep calling to show up in those environments and show up in those circles so that you can then show yourself that it is safe out here and that some people just aren't ready for it. And that is what it is, because ultimately all of us are being called to close one door so that we can open another, in hopes that we really are aligning with our higher selves. And for those of you who have found this reading, I can confirm y'all are aligning with your higher self. So it is okay to let yourself be adaptable. It is okay for you to just try something that your spirit has been calling to you, even if you don't exactly know what that requires of you just yet. For example, if you're wanting to start a business or evolve your business, there is, like, how I'm hearing it is confirmed growth in that seed. So allow yourself to be adaptable. Okay, because maybe you thought you were planting an apple tree, turns out it's a lemon tree. So where you thought you were gonna make apple cider, now you can make like lemonade or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Your blessings are showing up in ways that maybe you didn't realize were actually going to be so much better than you thought. And so now we trust, we chill, we breathe, and we find our fucking way, because Spirit's got us. And in the meantime, sing, communicate, express, and be with good people. Ugh, I'm so proud of you, bitch. You are onward and upward. And thank you for being a beautiful reflection of that to me as well. I appreciate you so much. Please keep an eye out for all of my offerings. I have high tea coming up on May 18th. I'm developing a retreat in September, so I'm working on that. Yeah, if you wanted to get a more personal, in-depth reading, then you can check out my website to check out all of my offerings, yada, 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 you know. If you feel aligned with me, then you can find me at JessieRetroReadings.com or Instagram at JessieRetroReadings, linked in the description. But I love you, dude. Keep being you, because you fucking got this, and I'm proud of you. Let me know how this resonates for you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, bitch. All right, for the homies that stayed for the extended reading, we're gonna get into the guidebook for this card first. It says, well, I mean, you could read this little bit if you want, but I'm gonna get into the extended message, okay? And it says, you may feel that you've retreated from the world recently. Maybe you've not been as active socially or spiritually. But this time of inner rest has really paid off. You are becoming more and more consciously aware of how connected you are to God and all living beings. This sense of union is called yoga. Yoga goes beyond physical ability and into a sense of awareness that's created through spiritual practice, meditation, and devotion to the divine. Mahavatar Babaji, the yogic father, is here to inspire that fire of union within you so that you can understand how your thoughts and actions are creating the waves of energy that form your life. Dude, the ripple effect I was talking about. Divine Director. The Divine Director is a facet of the heart of the Creator. According to New Thought teaching, his energy is merged directly with God's divine plan so that we can access it and understand on a deeper level what will support our true function, which is to be happy. The Divine Director works directly with angels, and in particular guardian angels, so that they can fulfill their role of supporting the earth and all of her people. Right now, your angels are reminding you that your divine purpose on earth is to remember love and do what makes you happy. Oh my God. That's so crazy. The other day, I filmed a little play right now that was just a cozy little reading for the homies. And here we are doing another little reading for the homies. And I was wearing a t-shirt that literally says, do what makes you happy. And earlier in this reading, I was channeling, remember, see yourself through your Creator's eyes. They did not bring you here to suffer. They brought you here to be happy. They brought us here to be happy. So sing gratitude, sing the voices of gratitude. Thank you, India. Yo, okay, here's the song, Thank You by Alanis Morissette. Because in that, she's also thanking silence and thanking the struggle, essentially. Thank you for the struggle. Thank you for all of this. Thank you for my hometown. Thank you for all of this shit. Because now, wow. And then she says, the moment I let go of it was the moment I got more than I could handle. The moment I jumped off of it was the moment that I touched down. My goodness. How about no longer being masochistic? How about remembering your divinity? How about unabashedly bawling your eyes out? How about not equating death with stopping? And then it talks about guardian angels. So, extended message. Divine intervention is taking place at this time. What is occurring in your life is providing a real learning curve for your soul. You are becoming aware of a sense of purpose in your life. It gives you a sense of joy. It's something that brings you pleasure rather than something you have to work for. Know that your career can complement your purpose, but not define it. But the path you are on at this time is right. And the universe is encouraging you to move forward, bitch. Oh my God. Wow, I love that so much. Just thank you for confirmation, Spirit, of we can put the gas pedal on now. Forward momentum, baby. We don't need to keep looking back at our demons. They can look at us all they want and be in their feelings about it, but we are moving forward. No more being masochistic. No more beating ourselves up and getting off on it somehow. No, not for us. We are moving forward. All right, making our dreams come true, making them come real. Doing it our way. Nothing's gonna turn us back now. Something, something, smoke and crack now. We're gonna make our dreams come true. Doing it our way, dude. Sing. I love it. And it's sing your own song, and I literally was singing the version that me and my bestie do. The one that I gave this deck to. Ah! Oh my God, confirmation. Okay, let's go spider. Thank you to those of you who hang out for the extended message. Give me a butterfly. A butterfly or a birdie in the comments, please and thank you. Or a spider. Butterfly, birdie, spider, all the things. Oracle message. Weaving your dreams into the fabric of life begins with a single thread of intention. And then spirit joins you as your co-weaving partner. That's exactly what's fucking happening. Oh my God. Take but a single step to make your dream a reality, and spirit will take 10 toward you. For the universe is designed to support your dream weaving. Spider spirit arrives when you need reminding of the awesome power of co-creation with spirit. Ideas and resources will begin to appear as if by magic as you begin to bring your dreams from the realm of intention into the world of the senses where they make form. The action you need to take is to be clear about your intentions and then act as if you have become the one that lives the life you desire. Ooh, you already are that bitch. How does she walk? Where does she shop? Does she shop at all? Does she make her own fucking clothes? What kind of foods do they eat? How do they walk into a room? Like, that kind of shit. You already are her. Live that life. The web of creation has an uncanny way of coming together to weave the beautiful pattern you set in motion. Another message of Spider Spirit is about any creative project you may be considering: writing, painting, music, journaling, gardening, etc. Now is the time when inspiration wants to be channeled through you as something creative, even artistic and tangible. Creative projects are successful now. If you are so inclined, let yourself be open to abundance. Bro, I need to show you guys the confirmation of this shit too, because last night I was falling asleep to Very Delta podcast, and this was the episode with Kimchi, and she was saying, I literally wrote it down right here. Abundance. Abundance. I don't want to show you too much because these also have my ideas and shit all over it, and I don't want to just hand them babies away. But yeah, abundance. Yeah, one of her old work job thingies, somebody called abundance abundance. So it's so fucking beautiful that it says creative projects are successful now. If you are so inclined, let yourself be open to abundance, baby. Let your life feel abundance. Magic needs to be instigated. So begin to make your dream a reality by taking action today. What are you willing to do? What are you willing to sacrifice? Can you release your limited beliefs? Your dream is worthy of weaving. Today is a day to choose one small step towards your dream. Remember, spirit is your weaving partner. You just have to be the first one to bring the thread to the loom. Then continue to do your part. Oh my goodness, this is big energy. I should have eaten. Let's go get into some fox spirit. Spirate. Ooh, girl. This part. Are you camouflaging yourself to avoid intimacy? Perhaps you are being too clever for your own good and playing games to protect yourself. Being dishonest with yourself or others can become isolating and create obstacles to true connection. Fox Spirit calls you to be attuned to what is happening within you and around you so that your quick thinking and creativity can lead you to better relationships and situations. You are called to use your fox spirit beneficially rather than in ways that keep you from experiencing what you want. You can show up authentically in these connections, and you can trust yourself, and that is in turn how abundance happens. Canary spirit, sing your own song. Are you suppressing your voice? Perhaps trying to sing the song you think people want to hear instead of your own? The world wants to hear your song. If your inquiry is about a relationship, you're being called to fully be yourself, for only then will you find harmony and joy. You can make music with others so beautifully when your note rings true. Ah. All right, beautiful. That's where I'm going to end it. Thank you for sticking around, my loves. Let me know how that resonates for you. And yeah, whichever one was really stand out for you, that spider, fox, bird, butterfly, whatever was standing out for you, put it in the comments. Put the little emoji in the comments. All right. I love you so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.